Have you ever met someone who worked just as hard as you, but somehow everything just clicked for them? They made one right move, one right investment, one right connection, and boom, their life changed. And then there's someone else, maybe even smarter, harder working, who lost everything in a single bad break. Luck and risk, two sides of the same coin. But here is the truth. Understanding that coin might be the smartest money lesson you'll ever learn. Let me tell you a story of two men. In the late 1990s, a young investor named Mark bought into tech stocks. He wasn't a genius, just curious and confident. By the year 2000, he was worth a staggering $10 million. Then there was David, his mentor, who warned him, "Mark, don't confuse luck with skill." Mark just laughed it off. "I'm just good at this, David," he'd say. A year later, the dot-com bubble burst and the market crashed. Mark lost almost everything he had made. Meanwhile, David, who stayed cautious, diversified his portfolio, and focused on modest gains, was hoosed fine. Years later, Mark said something incredibly powerful. "I thought I was a genius. Turns out, I was just riding a lucky wave I didn't understand." His story isn't just about losing money. It is about realizing that the forces that lift you up can also be the ones that bring you down if you do respect them. This brings us to our first lesson. Luck is real, but so is risk. Everyone loves to talk about luck. We say, "He got lucky," or "She was in the right place at the right time." But we often forget that luck and risk are twins. The same randomness that gives someone a huge win can take it all away tomorrow. Take Bill Gates, for example. He built Microsoft because he had incredible talent and vision, but also because he happened to be one of the very few kids in the world with early access to a school computer. That was a stroke of luck. But no one remembers Kent Evans, Gates' childhood friend. He was just as smart, just as talented, and shared that same passion for computers. Tragically, he died in a mountaineering accident before he could show the world his genius. Luck gave one a platform, risk took the other away. It's a sobering reminder that success isn't just about what you do, it's also about what happens to you. So, if luck and risk are so powerful, what can we do? This leads to our second lesson. You can't control luck, but you can control your odds. You can't manufacture a lucky break out of thin air, but you can position yourself to catch it when it comes. The secret is to maximize your exposure to opportunity while minimizing your exposure to ruin. Think about the most successful investors, entrepreneurs, and creators. They all take calculated risks, not blind ones. They show up every single day, knowing that most of their attempts won't work out. They fail over and over. But they stay in the game because they know that just one success can change everything. Think of it like this. Luck equals opportunity, multiplied by persistence. If you show up 100 times, your odds of getting lucky multiply. Most people quit at attempt number 9. The people who make it big are often the ones who win at attempt number 90. Here's another story to illustrate a common trap: the gambler's fallacy. A man named Leo spent years saving up to buy his dream car. One night, he went to a casino for what he told himself would be just a little fun. He started playing roulette. He watched as the ball landed on red 10 times in a row. Convinced he had spotted a pattern, he said to himself, "Black has to come next. It's Dewey." He took all his savings, his entire car fund, and bet it all on black. The wheel spun, and the ball landed on red again. In an instant, Leo lost everything. His savings were gone, and his dream of owning that car vanished. That's the illusion of control. We think we can predict luck, that we can outsmart randomness, when in reality, each spin of the wheel is independent of the last. The smarter move is to respect randomness and protect yourself from ruin. Never bet more than you can afford to lose. This is where humility becomes your biggest advantage. The real difference between someone who gets lucky and someone who stays successful is humility. Luck might open the door for you, but humility is what keeps you from getting arrogant and thinking you built the door yourself. Every successful person you admire has a story that is a complex mix of skill, timing, and pure, dumb luck. Recognizing this keeps you grounded and hungry. So, the real goal isn't just to get lucky. It's to stay in the game long enough that when luck finally knocks on your door, you're actually there to answer it. You haven't been wiped out by a risk you shouldn't have taken. So, what's the smart way to think about risk? Risk isn't inherently bad. It's the price of admission for progress. You don't avoid risk, you manage Italiano. The critical question isn't how do I avoid all risk? It's how do I take risks that I can survive if they go wrong? This applies to investing, starting a business, and even your career. Remember this crucial rule. One catastrophic loss can erase 10 small wins. That's why you should never bet the house. Never assume you're smarter than randomness. And always have an exit plan. Know your limits and respect them. In the end, luck and risk are the invisible hands that shape every success story. But they don't have to define you. What truly defines you is how you respond to them. You can't control the cards you're dealt, but you can control how you play the hand. So, be prepared. Be humble, and take smart, survivable risks. Because in the psychology of money, the smartest people aren't always the luckiest ones. They're the ones who survive long enough to let luck find them. If this story gave you a new way to see success and money, hit that like button and share it with a friend who needs this perspective. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the mindset behind wealth. Stay smart, stay consistent, and always respect the game of chance. Thanks for watching.